Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Factorio C Block. This is episode number 28. So last episode, we set up something which was mildly technical, I'll say. It's not super technical, but mildly... Oh, great. That's a good way to start the episode. Let's just run into a roboport. I set up something that was mildly technical. We had a 5-way AND gate to shut off our system because we had so many outputs, and after it ran for a while I was doing other stuff, it did in fact prove to work after I tweaked some of the values. All these tanks are full. These barrely guys, they're full. Each of these holds 250, so times 100, that's 25,000. Pretty good. I can do math. Yep. And off camera, what I did is, since that seemed to be a good idea, I went ahead and I set up a similar thing on the other side, making our naphtha, which we need. It was one of the big kind of petrochemical hurdles left to cross. So this guy here, the advanced chemical plant, he's making us naphtha. He's cracking the coke, which is getting turned into carbon. It should be getting burnt off, but it's not because all of these are full and our carbon chests are full. We've got our little catalyst frame guy here. We're also getting the natural gas liquids. I've got to think for a moment what it is because it says NGL on the description there. I guess because the description got too long. Natural gas liquids. We are cracking that in, or fractioning, sorry, got to be technical here, into methane, ethane, butane. Right now I'm just keeping the methane and getting rid of the other two. So we've got naphtha, methane, and then we've also got mineral oil, which is primarily going to be used to make lubricant. And a few of my layouts, I forgot about lubricant. I'm gonna have to think about how we lay it out so that we have room for it. Base mineral, it also makes coolant, but we don't need coolant here. Does this? I don't know that we need that right now. We will need it for polishing compound to make a ruby for science. I think for the yellow science. Want to get up to purple first, though. Okay, here we go. Lubricant, base mineral oil, and residual gas. We're getting residual gas from our other guy over to the right. So all of those are taken care of. We've also got like a stupid amount of carbon monoxide just because we need a way to get rid of the extra coke. So there we go. Then we've got 4 more. This one I made a 4-way AND gate and just modified the value of the final decider combinator here. So it's looking for a value of 4 instead of 5 to shut everything off. Okay, so we got that. We've got something to make right away. We need to be able to make all of our machines. We're really close to being able to make everything here and never having to go back up to the north again until we want to blow it into oblivion. And so to make our machines, we need to be able to make bricks. I already set up, if I run over here, I set up a layout creating the simplest type of brick, the smelted brick or whatever it's called, clay bricks. Do we need this many? They stack, we probably don't need that many. 5,000 is probably enough. Let's go ahead and shut it down. So this is simple. We're taking the mud. We've done this before. We did it a long time ago. But this layout is definitely a little bit sexier than my original one. Should we look at the original one? Here's the original layout I made for the bricks. This right here. With all these belts and just kind of like general chaos. Not very well laid out. This one is much more streamlined. We're taking the mud. We're washing it with the washing plants. We're getting clay, limestone, and sand. Smelting limestone into lime. There you go. You got some bricks. You smelt the bricks. You got bricks. We also need, that's for like rank 2s of a lot of machines. For rank 3s, we need this guy, concrete brick, and rank 4, we're going to need, whoops. For rank 4, we're going to need the reinforced concrete brick. Both of those are made for concrete. This guy has steel in it. So we need to make concrete, and I have a layout. Bam! Right here. Kriplow. And because all of the stuff that you make out of concrete, it is, you can get a productivity bonus. We're going to put those things in right down here, in between the row of beacons that we're about to build. So I think I'm going to put it kind of here. I think what I will do, though, is get rid of this roboport and that roboport, and then see if we can't fit it something like this. How's that looking? I think that looks good, just like that. Kerplow. We'll have to provide it with water. Otherwise, it's fairly straightforward, and we'll have to assign some things to the requester chests. Let's go ahead and get the water going. Okay, so that supplies water to our slag makers. That part's already cooking, and I guess we need power, huh? Okay, so let's do this kind of thing. Just so they have power for now. Provide this side with mud and water. We can put the water on this side kind of anywhere we want. There we go. That looks nice. And then we need... Do I have one of those? Yeah, the seafloor pump. We've got those. There we go. Okay, so the mud is getting put into liquefier, turned into viscous mud water, and then clarified into oblivion. This guy is inserting... Oh, yeah, that's right. We've got two of them. Two of them inserting into these guys. This blast furnace needs carbon. This is a passive provider chest. That needs to be a requester chest. Oh, my blueprint is flawed. Carbon. Where is it? There we go. Okay, we don't need 200, though. Probably just 50 is fine, because it doesn't burn them super fast. Let's say 50. It'll bring them anyway. It'll bring a ton. I can't walk in between there. That is, okay, that's a little bit unfortunate. I guess we'll walk around. I did not, also, another thing I didn't do is put lights in this thing. You know what I should do? We should start requesting... Are these logistics requesting slots? I guess they are. They must be. Lights. Give me 50 lights at all times, robots. Okay, we're running around to this side. I'll put a light there, maybe. And something like this. And one over there. There we go. Yes, bring me robots. Or robots, bring me lights. So these guys, the powder mixers, they're 2x2 machines. We're waiting on silicon ore because I've got to set up a pass. It's not a pass provider chest. It needs to be a requester chest. We need to set up a requester chest because they're 2x2s. I could really pack them in. So we've got a lot of long-handed inserters going crazy there. And you're probably thinking to yourself, maybe you're not, but I'll pose you this question. We need silicon ore for these crazy things. Where exactly am I going to be getting that from? Silicon ore. Let's, yeah, whatever. Maybe 100. How fast is it using it? It's using one like every 2 seconds. Let's just say maybe 100. There. And that's just for these 4 machines. Now that's got requesting 100. Oh my gosh, silicon. What do you know? And then this is getting a byproduct of carbon dioxide. Eventually I might add this to a barrel just to make use of it, but for now we'll just burn it off. This area isn't going to be working the whole time. It's there to make machines for us. I wonder, that's a steel pipe to ground. How will that reach all the way down here? We're going to have to do some shenanigans here. Oh, I've got a lot of room here, though, to extend that, so maybe we'll do it that way. Yeah, we'll do it like that. And then we've got kind of more or less 12 different things to make in this little area. And I think it's all from, let's see, clay brick. Oh, no, it's in assembly machines. Okay. This is assembly machines. We haven't researched this yet, but we don't need it just at this moment. Anyway, and then the other one is this. That's assembly machines, too. So we're just going to set up 12 like that. This actually needs to be... Let's keep the spacing consistent. There, so we've got 4. We actually might need a little bit more space. Now that I think about it, maybe I move these beacons down one. So that we've got room for a pipe. Otherwise, this could be tricky. Okay, let's pick all these up. And let's give them a little bit of space there for the pipe to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, there we go. So, this setup here is designed kind of to run one of these 3 sets of things. Let's put the bricks... I guess it doesn't matter. We'll put the brick we haven't researched, we'll put it right there. The brick we have researched, concrete brick right there. It's going to take concrete like that. Bam! Kabam! Kabam, it's ready. And then the normal concrete, which we will place under our feetsies to make us run faster, we'll place like that. And eventually we'll beacon this up. It's already beaconed, but we'll add the productivity modules, and I'll place things correctly once in a while. There we go. And I'm out of beacons. Okay, apparently it's working, though, because we've got concrete. Can't run through there, but I guess I can sort of run around if I'm clever. There we go. Seems to be working. This setup is designed to run like one of these three. This stuff is we're gonna produce stuff. It's gonna fill up, and then we're not gonna worry about it for a while. So it's this guy and this guy are mostly just for machines anyway. All right, fill that up. We'll add some inserters to things. Oh yeah, so the silicon ore I added to the bus because we need it to make the bricks to be able to make the rest of the machines. So I went back up to the bus, and our bus was kind of asymmetrical. Maybe I'll try to find 2 extra things to add to this side, so we've got a symmetrical layout here in terms of where the substations are. So I added silicon ore so we can make that stuff. That's basically all we need the ore for. And then I also added speed module 1s, because those are needed for rocket science for I think the rocket control unit. This guy right here makes speed module 2, also needed for rocket control unit for space science. And putting that guy on a belt and bringing him down this way prevents us from having to make phenolic boards, basically, so we don't have to reproduce things we made specifically up there. All right, so what was I doing in that last clip? I think we made this thing, didn't we? We started making the bricks to make the machines. Since then, I laid out a few other things. Got a few more layouts. We got to plug them in. And once we've plugged them in, we are officially done with all of the chemical stuff, all the everything except for the final machines to start the science for all of the sciences except for space science. So all of these, we'll be able to do red, green, blue, gray, purple, and yellow. We'll be able to set up every single one of those next time. Let's get going. This is the first thing we need to plug in. This guy's making resin to turn into rubber, which we need for science. We also need it for a few machines. These guys need catalyst carriers. And then it should be good to go. So the resin's going over there, and it's getting smelted into the rubber. And it can receive the rubber can receive a productivity bonus, which is why it's laid out particularly like that. Let's look it up, see what it makes. It's making insulated wire. That's all it makes. And we need that for, I forget which science takes that. Maybe this is required for, yeah, right here. The red wire is used to make this, which makes the purple science. But we also need it to make, wait for it, well, beacon mark 3, very important. Lovely, beacon mark 3. Wait for it, wait for it. Boom, substation mark 3. We're now making all the different things we need to make substation mark 3, which is going to turn our hideous... Let's make sure this thing is working. Which is going to turn our hideous layout of power poles into a delightfully perfect grid. Working. Not quite what's going on. We are missing urea gas, which is... Oh, right. I see what I forgot. We forgot the clarifier so that this thing can... Whoops, that's a belt, not a pipe. There we go. So that thing needs to burn off the purified water. Now it should be working. Now, did I miss anything else? We can always come back later and check. Yeah, now it's going. Okay, so this is getting turned into rubber. That's all going to get turned into insulated rubber. Apparently, I already set up the insulated rubber because those robots or the insulated wire, because the robots came and snagged all the rubber as soon as it was made. And that's the only thing it's used for. I must have said it. Yep, right there. I got red and green set up as well. We need the red for the purple science. Okay, so that's done. That is rubber finished. Next, down here, we've got lithium next up on the plate. Let's plug them in. Boom. And okay, so this thing, our circuit network, logistics network doesn't quite reach just yet. Extended that way. Okay, then we'll plug in that little extender guy. And maybe I'll drop some of these things just so that they can charge because they're kind of far from home. Way out here, there's no storage out here, which I guess is fine. So this is getting made. We're making brown algae like before with the salination plants. And instead of turning it into things, instead of turning it into things with assembly machines, we are smelting it into lithium chloride. And then that is getting put in this electrolyzer and getting turned into lithium bars. Kerblamo. This electrolyzer, this is the Whasmospaz electrolyzer, which we've only used for a few different things. I think we need it eventually for lithium chloride electrolysis. Yeah, I guess that's all it does, at least for us. The electrolyzer we have been using, this one way up here. This one is from Angel's Mod, and this one does all the juicy stuff, gets us the hydrogen, oxygen, and the slag. Okay, so that is working. Next, we've got one left, and then we're done. We're done with the petrochemical stuff. Oh, it feels so good. Finally, we have to make lubricant, and we are making it out of this guy right here. The base mineral oil, so we're just going to borrow it right from here. Instead of barreling it and shipping it through our network with robots, we're going to supply it like this. But this guy does need... Tell him to bring like 50 of these. There we go. We need the residual gas with the mineral oil or whatever to make the lubricant. Let's see, and let's supply this guy with barrels as well. Just copy that over. Red liter, 100 barrels should be good. Here they come. We should have lubricant in no time. And then once we have that, the one thing I can think of on top of my head that we really want is the engines, the electric engines, to start getting made. Where are they? They are right here. The electric engine unit takes lubricant. When we tech into express belts, that takes lubricant. Some of the other things we need takes lubricant. Okay, good. Residual gas is a go. Lubricant is a go. We are barreling it. I guess I could store some. Maybe why not? Whoops. Okay, so where was I doing it this way? I guess we kind of did it upside down, huh? Maybe I'll come back and think about that. But anyway, this should be getting filled. Oh, I guess it's getting taken immediately. So we should be getting some electric engine units, which means we can start making robot frames. Which means, officially, this area is complete. At least it has surpassed the completeness of our old area. We no longer have to go back here for anything until we're ready to basically bomb it into oblivion and replace it with some carbon, coal, and coke and limestone production for all our metal production stuff. Yep, getting made. Awesome. Did I set up production of robot frame units would be over there to the left. And I'm assuming that is set up because there's robots flying around with our engine units. Off the top of my head, can't think of what else those would get used for. It must be up there, huh? Let's go take a look. Whoa! Okay, I threaded the needle. Oh, they're making these things? Nah. No, it's not those. Okay, that's something else. Oh, okay, ran into something. Was looking at something else. Robot frames. Where would I have put those? Robot frames. It would have been with the robot-y stuff. Okay, let me get out of my car. Let's zoom in from the map mode and look around. Pretty sure it's getting made. There, right here. Yeah, okay, so it is getting made. Good. So now we got robot frames. We can start making more robot-y stuff. And we're done with the chemical stuff. With the only exception of rocket fuel, which we don't need until we start launching rockets. But all the other stuff is finished. We have everything here we need for all these science guys. And of course, it's nighttime when I show up down here to look at the assembly machines. No petrochemical stuff for those too. These guys need nitrogen, which is whatever. Let's get out of the car and give it a look. So these guys need naphtha, whatever. Methanol, whatever. We got that. The gray science, the military science doesn't need any petrochemical stuff. This guy, the biosilicate extract, needs methane. Whatever, we got that. No biggie. These guys need lubricant, and we've already put those up above, so I can actually get rid of these. This guy needs sulfur dioxide gas, but it outputs sulfur, so that's actually a loop, which we don't need to worry about. We just need to make sure it loops properly when we build it. All this stuff, I took out the machines that we just set up, the lithium and that kind of stuff. So those are missing from here. And then we got three more. That was 6, right? 3 in the other and 3 over here. How many did I set up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that's good. And those can get productivity models as well, so eventually we'll start getting more than we need. This guy right here needs lubricant. We're making that now. What's this guy? Titanium bearing. Yeah, some of the bearings need that. These guys need nitrogen, whatever. And this is just glass and silicon plates, whatever. So that's it. We are done with the petrochemical stuff. TM, proviso, except for rocket fuel. But, oh my gosh, I can't believe we're finished. So next time, we are ready to set up science and start researching things. There are no other hurdles left. Everything else is getting made, and we're ready to do it. Oh, it feels so good. It's been a long road. It's been a long journey getting to this point. Finally, we get to do some more science. Next time. Hope you guys are enjoying the episodes. Leave your comments below, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.